trail, and I heard a rumor that it's your first time airing down. So I just wanted to go through some quick basics on how to actually air down. I know that the first time I ever ended up airing down, I had no idea what I was doing and I was very nervous. So today we're here with my current setup. We have our Morrflate reader, and this will tell you about what PSI you're at. If you have a newer vehicle or like a newer Jeep like mine, it'll have it'll read your tire pressure on the inside of your car, so you can go based off that, or you can go based off this. I typically like to go based off of what it says inside my car. By the way, so sorry for all the noise. We are currently in Reno, Nevada. We are at Moon Rocks. Look, guys. This is my playground. I actually love coming out here. I have so much fun out here with so many friends. I have a lot of Reno friends. Shout out to all you Nevada people. I love you guys. But yeah, this is one of the most fun playgrounds. It genuinely feels like you're on the moon. I'm gonna take you through what airing down looks like for me with my hose system. And so let's go on ahead. So first things first, you are going to grab both ends of your hoses and you are going to plug it in here. Always make sure to hear the click. If you don't hear a click, it's probably because there's some air stuck in here, and so you need to release it. And then take the passenger side hoses and you'll do the same thing. You're gonna plug it in right here. So very, very important thing, something that always typically ends up accidentally happening to me, is always make sure that before you start plugging all your tires that this is closed, because when you push it up it opens, and the moment you start plugging in one tire, air is just going to start releasing quickly from here. And so in order to make sure that they're all at the same PSI, you want to make sure it's closed, you plug everything in, and then you release. So I'll go ahead and show you exactly what I mean, but I just wanted to make that disclaimer really, really quick because I personally always forget. Other note, you'll want to make sure that you shift your hoses just a bit enough, because your tires are going to start losing air, and so they'll lower, and you don't want it to lower on your hose. We'll come right here. We're going to undo the cover, and then so you'll take off this plastic tip. It's great to protect the metal so that sand or any terrain doesn't get in on it. And then you'll take this and you'll plug it in here and like that. So we'll pull it back, push it in, and then push it forward, right? And you hear how there's no air coming out? That's very essential. And then we're gonna do the same thing for all the rest of the tires. Another tip, either you can leave them right here or you can put them in your pocket in order to make sure that you don't lose these, because I'm also very notorious for losing my valve stem covers. But these ones I definitely have not lost because they're very special to me. They're cow print and my best friend gave them to me. So we are going to do the same thing. Take here, push forward, and there you go. And then let's head over to the passenger side. All right, and now we're on the passenger side of my vehicle. And so again, sometimes, but most of the time, I like to take off all 4 valve stem covers at the same time. That way I'm not having to fiddle with them once I get to each tire. But alrighty, here we have another one. So this is our third one. Gonna go right there, like that, and it's in. And then our last one, front passenger side. This one already has the valve stem cover off, thank the Lord. And then take off plastic. We're gonna go right there, push in, and now we have all 4 hoses plugged into the valve stems. And so now what we're going to do is we're gonna come here, see how you don't hear any air. And so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna push up, and there we go. It is letting out air, and you can just let it go for a bit. And then, like I said, you can keep checking your PSI on the inside of your vehicle just to make sure that they all end up on the same PSI. Quick note, Depending on the weather, the terrain, what type of tires you have, what type of wheels you have, you're kind of going to want to play around with the PSI. I have KMCs. I don't have actual bead locks. These are fake looking well, they look real, but they're fake bead locks. And the thing that I actually have really loved about my tires is the fact that I have air down to anywhere between 6 to 8 PSI in the snow, and never debeaded. Also a big fan of the Falcon tires. Shout out to Falcon, love you guys. But yeah, so depending on terrain, you're going to want to kind of play around and see what works best for you. For me, when I'm on this type of terrain, when I know I'm going to be on some rocks, I'll air down to anywhere between 13 to 15. That's kind of my sweet spot. But again, what works for you may not be what works for me. And so just keep that in your mind. And now we're on some dirt, some sand, and we're going to be on some rocks. So I think 14 to 15 is going to be perfect for me. And so we're going to continue airing down. All right, so my reader is currently reading all 4 tires PSI at 12.3. It is a couple PSI off from what it reads on the inside of my Jeep. And like I said, I personally like to go based off of what it says in my Jeep. So putting 15 PSI on all 4 tires, and that is exactly what you want. You want to make sure that all 4 of your tires are the same PSI. If it's off by 1 or 2, that's totally fine. It'll end up equalizing. All right, so we're gonna quickly pack up. We're gonna grab the hoses, and then we're gonna put them in the back. So let me show you what kind of that process looks like as well. So quick tip, never disconnect just one side of the hoses while they're still plugged in to your tires, because it will just keep releasing air. I learned that the hard way as well. So just trust me with that one. Make sure you do not release them before you have taken off the hoses from the tires. All you have to do is just pull it back. You'll hear air release, and then you're good to go. Just throw it on that side, and then you're gonna do the same thing with the passenger side. You're gonna pull, there you go, release. This I quickly put back in my basket because I have lost it before. Just in order to make sure to keep everything in one area, I always make sure to grab it and take it to the back right away, and then I'll roll up my hoses. Reader, I have a special spot for it back here in the trunk of my vehicle. I have a basket from Bison Gear that connects to my Molly panel, and that is exactly where I like to put my reader. Friendly reminder, do not forget to put your valve stem covers back on. Please do not be like me in that sense. I am notorious for it. Ask anybody that knows me. But anyways, so gonna screw back on our valve stem cover. I have removed all of my hoses from my valve stems, so we are good to go. So we're just gonna wrap them up, and we're gonna put them in the back, and I'm gonna show you exactly where I store them, and then we're gonna go hit the playground. Rolled up all of our hoses, and I just wanted to show you guys where I put them. So once they've been rolled back up, I just I put them on my Molly panel in order to make sure that they don't get like damaged while I'm off-roading, and that they're not just laying all over the place and they're just in the one spot. And so I feel like it's also a much cleaner look, but that's just my preference. So yeah, I wasn't joking when I said we were gonna land on the moon. Surprise! We love it here. Truly we do. All right, if you've seen on Instagram, I've done this wall before, and I am feeling all the nerves again. But I am so excited, like so excited. It's good, it's fine. I'm just still nervous. on the playground, landed on the moon, and now it's time to air back up. So I have my Napa compressor in the bag. She a big boy. I actually used to have a V-Air and it was pretty slow, and I was so against switching at all because, you know, like, she did the job. And then I learned that you can air up quicker than 15 minutes, and I was like, you know what, I think it's time. So this is my Napa compressor. There's been a few modifications to it. The same person that did my hoses modified this Napa compressor for me, and it's been a game changer. We got it all. Suggest hood struts are an absolute game changer. I used to have a thing I had to pull down from here, and I felt like I was gonna break it every single time. So anyways, hood struts, great upgrade. We got our hoses back out, and then we have our reader, and then we have this additional piece that connects this part here to my air compressor. Very essential. Alright, so here is my air compressor, my Napa air compressor. On the back is where I will plug in that one wire right now. I will show you. And then you connect your positive to your positive and your negative to your negative. So connecting this, and then connecting this. Always make sure before connecting that your air compressor is off, because if not, you're gonna get some sparks and it might scare you. It scares me every time it happens, so just a forewarning. We're gonna connect this bottom part into here. All right. And then we're gonna connect this part right here to the back of my compressor. There you go, it's nice and secure. And then now we're gonna connect our hoses to one end and to the other end. All three of them are connected as they should be. We're gonna connect the hoses to the valve stem, and we're gonna be good to go to turn this on and air this baby on up. And again, taking off your valve stem covers before going and plugging everything in is probably the best way and quickest way to do it. Do that with the rest of the 3 tires. Plastic cover off. See what I mean? Like, imagine all this dirt and it doesn't have a cover. You'd get all that rock and sand into this area and it gets stuck. You don't want that. All right. Perfect. So everything is connected as it should be. So now we're gonna turn on the air compressor, and then we're gonna open up the valve, and it's gonna start airing up the tires. Now we're gonna open it up. There we go. Look at how pretty she is. It's so beautiful out here, but look at how pretty she is. And then, like I said, I'll be checking the inside of my vehicle to see what the PSI is on my tires, just because that's how I go based off of it. But have some faith in yourself. I know the first time airing up and airing down is a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, I was always nervous of putting my positive to my positive and my negative to my negative when it came to doing the air compressor. But after you do it a few times, you'll be just fine. I promise. So now we just wait. And look at this beautiful place. It takes probably no more than 5 minutes. It genuinely is pretty quick. So for me personally, I have to remind myself not to get distracted and like lollygag and whatever the case is, and to keep checking, because I was at 15 psi about like a minute ago, and now I am at almost 25 psi. So let me show y'all. Yeah, so it's pretty quick. So that is one thing that I genuinely like to remind people, is that you don't have to stick with a slow system. I was like set in my ways and didn't really want to upgrade, and then I was always the last one finishing up, airing up, and so I decided, you know what, I think it's probably time. And so I was gifted the 4-way and then gifted the new compressor, and it's been great ever since. So quick reminder, anything metal on your hoses that is near your compressor is going to be hot. So when you are disconnecting everything, just a friendly reminder, it's going to be hot. Don't burn your fingers off like I do every single time. Trust me, it's not worth it. Just wait it out a little bit and then disconnect everything and you're good to go. So friendly reminder, things are hot. Be careful. So everything is now at 36 psi. So we're gonna start disconnecting everything. So now that this is disconnected from the tires, you're more than welcome to just Great. All the valve stem covers are on. I've not forgotten that. And now we are going to roll everything back up and then put it in the trunk, and we're good to hit the road. So things always go wrong. There's never a moment when something doesn't go wrong. This is not supposed to be like that. So it's supposed to be connected, actually. So let's screw this back on for now. Anyways, always be prepared for something to go sideways. Nothing wrong with it. It's just part of the game, honestly. Just roll with the punches, but anyways, we have small RCs as well. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I genuinely do appreciate every single one of you guys that takes the time to watch a video. And if you ever have any questions, you're just starting out, whatever the case is, you feel like, oh, this is a stupid question, I don't know who to ask, go ahead. There's never any stupid question, and we all start somewhere. So safe place for anyone and everyone. Feel free to message me if you ever have any questions. And in the description below, I will be adding some links in case anyone is curious as to kind of what to upgrade their systems to, their air up systems to, or if they just are in the market for something, or you just kind of want to look around. I got you guys. I will see you guys on the trails. I hope you guys are doing well and had a great Thanksgiving. And yeah, snow season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to mess around. But anyways, have a great day, guys. I will be seeing you guys on the trails.